Hi students, how are you? Hope you are all fine and doing well. And first of all, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel, Knox Way to Learn. And in this class today, I am going to explain you one of the important topics in grammar for intermediate second year English, describing a process. Describing a process. In our public examination, under question number 11, two questions are given from this topic. So in this question, we need to describe about some given topic, just like how to withdraw money from an ATM, or how to apply for a job, or how to create a Gmail account, or how to prepare a tea or coffee for 4 people. So in this way, some questions are asked about describing a process in about 8 to 10 lines. So in this class, let's see how to answer this question. But before doing that, first of all, try to understand what is the meaning of describing a process. You know, description means to narrate or to explain something. Okay, description means to narrate or explain something. And process means process is a set of steps or stages that we perform to get an outcome or result. Okay, process is a set of steps or stages that we perform to get an outcome or result. So that is called process. For example, if we want to withdraw money from ATM, what do? We simply go to an ATM center, we stand in the queue for some time, and when our turn comes, we enter into the ATM booth. Then we insert our ATM card in the slot provided for it. Then we enter our PIN number. Then we select the type of account. We enter the amount we want to withdraw, and we take out the money. We take out our card and we come out from the ATM booth. These are the steps. So all these steps are called process. That is the process of withdrawing money from an ATM. So in this way, whatever the task we do, there are some steps involved in the task. So that is called process. So now in our public examination, one topic is given, just like the describe a process of making tea for 4 people, or describe the process of applying for a job. So in this way, some questions are asked. You see, these questions are very general and we see them in day-to-day life. So this is very important. And moreover, this process is two types. Generally, process is two types: natural process and man-made process. Process is two types: natural process and man-made process. Natural process means it takes place automatically, it takes place itself. For example, the preparation of food in plants and trees, that is a natural process. You know, how do the trees and plants prepare their food? The plants prepare their own food by using carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. The process is called photosynthesis. So that is a natural process. But we prepare food in our houses, in our homes, that is called man-made process. That means we do them ourselves. So in this way, process is two types: natural process and man-made process. So whatever it may be, in our examination, we need to write about a process in about 10 to 8 lines. Okay. And suppose if you want to write about the process of making tea, okay, first of all, we have to think about the main points. So like this, what are the main points to prepare a tea or to make a tea? What are the points here? Take a bowl and pour some water into it. We pour some water into it, add 2 spoons of tea powder, decoction will be ready, add milk and sugar, filter the mixture with a strainer. So these are the main points in preparation of tea. But in our examination, if the question is given like this, describe the process of making tea, we should not write like this. We have to connect these individual sentences, then only we will get the paragraph. We should not write individual sentences. Okay, so we have to connect these sentences meaningfully, and to connect the sentences we use some common words. Okay, those words are called sequence markers or linkers. Sequence markers or linkers. Okay, we use these sequence markers or linkers to connect the individual sentences so that we will be able to get some meaningful paragraph. So what are the sequence markers or linkers? We can say first or at first, otherwise then, after that, later, now, as soon as, soon after, finally, at last. So these are some linkers, these are some linking words. By using these linking words or sequence markers, we can connect the individual sentences so that we will get a complete paragraph. Okay, for example, in preparation of tea, so the steps are: take a bowl, pour some water into it, add 2 spoons of tea powder, decoction will be ready, add milk and sugar, filter the mixture with a strainer. So these are the main points or individual sentences. Now we need to connect these sentences by using these linkers or sequence markers. For example, you see, you take this first or at first, otherwise you can say firstly. You can use any one of these. So first, FIRST, first take a bowl. Okay, understand? First take a bowl, take a bowl and put it on the burner in a low flame. First take a bowl and put it on the burner in a low flame. This is the first sentence. So what is the linker in the first sentence? FIRST, first. So we start the sentence with first take a bowl and put it on the burner in a low flame. Then pour some water into it. Then pour some water into the bowl and let it boil for 2 or 2.5 minutes. Okay, here the linker is then. Then pour some water into it and let it boil for some time. After that, add 2 spoons of tea powder. After that, add 2 spoons of tea powder. Okay, are you observing how the sentences are forming? So first take a bowl and put it on the burner in a low flame. Then pour some water into it and let it boil for 2 or 2.5 minutes. After that, add 2 spoons of tea powder. Okay, are you observing? The paragraph is forming slowly like this. But if you don't use these linkers, there will be only individual sentences. But if you use the linkers like this, you will get the complete paragraph. Okay, understand? So after that, add 2 spoons of tea powder and let it boil for 2 or 2.5 minutes again. Then decoction will be ready. So after that, add milk and sugar to the decoction. And let it boil for again 2 or 2.5 minutes. And Finally, filter the mixture with a strainer. Filter the mixture with a strainer. Strainer is a thing which we use to filter out the waste tea powder. Okay, so finally filter the mixture with a strainer. At last, hot tea is ready. Hot tea is ready. Okay, you understand? So first take a bowl and put it on the burner in a low flame. Then pour some water into it and let it boil for 2 or 2.5 minutes. After that, add 2 spoons of tea powder and again let it boil for 2 or 2.5 minutes. Then decoction will be ready. After that, add milk and sugar and finally filter the mixture with a strainer, and at last hot tea is ready. So if you use these linkers or sequence markers like this to connect the sentences, individual sentences, you can get the complete paragraph. Okay, so this is the way of writing the paragraph. This is the way of describing a process. But in our public examination, if this question is asked, describe the process of making tea, if you write like this matter is not enough. This is not enough, because there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines are there. So to make the matter look bigger, so you can write introduction, requirements and process. Introduction, requirements and process. You put the side headings like this. So in introduction you can write describing the process of making tea. Okay, describing the process of making tea. You write like this. Then requirements. You write the requirements. What are the requirements to prepare tea? So the requirements are milk, sugar, tea powder, water, etc. So milk, sugar, tea powder, water, and you need not write gas stove and lighter. You need not write like that. Okay, the main requirements are milk, sugar, tea powder and water. These are the requirements. Next, in the next side heading, you can write this paragraph. So in this way, we can answer this question. So in our textbook, totally there are 14 questions on describing a process. You take our textbook or any study material you have and try to prepare yourself some processes like this. So this is about describing a process, and in our public examination there will be a question on this topic for 5 marks. Actually 2 questions are given. Out of 2 we need to answer any one. Okay, so this is all about this class, and let's meet in another class. Until then, bye. And if you feel this video is useful to you, please like and share with your friends so that they can also learn. And if you are watching our channel for the first time, please subscribe to our channel Knox Way to Learn. Thank you so much.